What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm the ScarletKuriboh, and today we are coming at you with the G.O.A.T format Thunder Hero deck. So, how am I playing G.O.A.T format and heroes? How does that make any kind of sense? So, here's the thing. G.O.A.T format goes all the way up until about 2005, and the last set that is available in G.O.A.T format releases all of the cards that you see here today. We are going to be able to use our Elemental Hero core in our Warrior Fusion Beatdown G.O.A.T Thunder Hero deck. Very long name, very funny name, and we're going to start it off with 2 copies of Sparkman, 2 copies of Clayman, and then 1 copy each of Burstinatrix and Avion. These are going to be our fusion materials, as well as they're going to be our main engine of the deck to be able to search out more and more Elemental Heroes. Moving forward, we're going to use 1 Dark Hex Sealed Fusion. This is going to be a fusion substitute to help with our materials. We're going to use 3 King of Swamp. Now, this is one of the best cards in the deck. Not only can it be used as a fusion substitute, kind of like the Dark, but it can be discarded to search out a polymerization from the deck. Very, very powerful searcher, as well as kind of like a core card of the deck. The fusion substitutes are really helpful when you're pairing them off with the vanilla heroes, because let's say in your opening hand you start with Burstinatrix and a King of Swamp, bam! You immediately have Flame Wingman. You don't even have to worry about finding Avion, which is kind of the weakness of fusion decks. Same thing, if you want to get to your Thunder Giant, all you need to do is get a fusion substitute and any number of the vanilla heroes that we're running. So the odds of you getting one of these cards in your opening hand is very, very high. So fusing summoning into your Thunder Giant is very, very likely. So that's kind of the main engine of the deck. We want to be able to fusion summon as much as possible. To help with that, we're going to be using 3 copies of Thunder Dragon. Now, why Thunder Dragon? Why is this card important? Well, they fuse with each other to go into Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, a very powerful and a pretty accessible extra deck monster for the fusion deck. So we're going to be using 3 copies of Thunder Dragon. Not only that can they be used to special summon a boss monster, but you can discard 1 to search out the other 2 from the deck, so it's kind of like a consistency buff as well. Moving forward with some staples, I like to be using Breaker, the Magical Warrior, Tsukiyomi, and Sangan. Now these are all dark targets, that's going to be very important in just a second. I like to use DD Warrior Lady, as well as Exiled Force. They're going to be some powerful warrior monsters to help add into the deck. But the most powerful warrior monster of all, Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. This card is going to be a big boss monster. It's going to be the only main deck monster that we're really going to be betting on drawing into, because all the other ones are going to be searchable based on any other number of way. First things first, let's go into spells with our 2 copies of Fusion Gate. This card is polymerization, but you get to use it as many times as you want. Speaking of, we're going to be using 2 copies of polymerization. This card helps you fuse. Fusion Gate helps you fuse. It's kind of part of the deck. We're going to go with 1 copy of Reinforcements of the Army, as well as 2 copies of Last Will. These are going to be big searchers for the deck. Last Will, when one of your cards is removed from the field, even by fusion summoning, you can special summon out another monster out. So that's going to be really good to combo up with your Fusion Gate, as well as Reinforcements of the Army can search you literally any of the elemental heroes you're missing. So very, very powerful card, Reinforcements of the Army. Let's go into some staples. I like to use 1 copy of Lightning Vortex, 1 copy of Heavy Storm, 1 copy of Pot of Greed, 1 copy of Graceful Charity, and a copy of Mage Power. So Mage Power kind of helps your small bodies out. Really helpful when you don't really have any fusion summons. So Mage Power kind of conditions your other monsters to be really powerful. We also have 3 copies of Hero Signal. I love Hero Signal in this deck. When one of your monsters gets destroyed by battle, which is G.O.A.T format, like that happens a lot, you're going to be able to search out another hero monster straight from your deck. So it's going to be really good at searching out your connecting pieces for your fusion summons. Very helpful card for Hero Signal. We're going to be using 3 copies, as well as we're going to go on a run for these trap cards. 1 copy of Magic Cylinder. This card wins games. 1 copy of Torrential Tribute. This card switches up the flow of the game. 1 copy of Raigeki Break. This can get rid of any card on the field. Magic Jammer. This is going to really stop your opponent from being able to combo off. Mirror Force. This card also wins games. It destroys your entire opponent's board. Everyone loves this card. But the best card of GOAT format, Ring of Destruction. So, Ring of Destruction is a very powerful card in GOAT format, specifically because no matter what kind of monster you have on board, if it's about to get destroyed by like a Fissure or a Sakuretsu, bam, you flip over Ring of Destruction, you're going to burn your opponent for the rest of its attack points. So, oftentimes, this card's going to decide the entire game. Very, very good card. Last but not least, let's get into the extra deck. In GOAT format, it was technically called the Fusion deck. We're going to start with 2 copies of Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. If you're worried why this one's a little damaged, this is actually the first copy of Flame Wingman I ever had, and he kind of got caught up in the rain, so we salute you. We're going to use 3 copies of Elemental Hero Thunder Giant, this is going to be the namesake of the deck, as well as 2 copies of Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. Since this deck is all about fusion summoning, it is so easy to get out your Thunder Dragons and to get out your Thunder Giants, which is why we call it the Thunder Hero deck. Now, how is it easy? Isn't it like really annoying to draw into your monsters to fusion summon? Well, in this deck you kind of don't have to. King of the Swamp is going to be able to search out your polymerization whenever you need it, and drawing into a fusion gate is not far behind, so you can always special summon out your fusion monsters super easily. If you draw into any number of the Thunder Dragons, you can discard one, and then you're already set up for a Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon play. Very powerful. As well, with cards like Hero Signal, as well as things like Last Will, Reinforcements of the Army, and Sangan, we can search out into our other hero monsters super quickly. And that's the best part of this deck. Being able to special summon out your classic elemental heroes, being able to swing for game with someone like Flame Wingman or Thunder Giant, let me tell you, it makes the whole deck worth it. Give it a try, let me know how it goes. What do you guys think about elemental heroes in GOAT format? Have you ever played a Fusion Turbo deck in GOAT format? It's the same type of engine, the same type of strategy. I just like to implement a little bit more warrior beatdown into it. So, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, a comment, subscribe, copy link, all that jazz. And have a great day. Seriously, drink water. I know you haven't drank water today. I'm talking to you.